On the surface, it was supposed to be just another glittering evening in the world of global entertainment. The industry gala, one of the most exclusive events of the year, promised not only to honor creative excellence but also to gather the brightest stars from music, fashion, and media under one roof. Fans across the world counted down the hours, waiting for glimpses of their idols on the red carpet. The cameras were ready, the flashbulbs prepared to explode, and the anticipation of what the night might hold crackled in the air like electricity. Among the names invited, one stood above the rest: JungkooK of BTS. Known not just as a performer but as a global icon, his every appearance carries weight far beyond the stage. Fans tuned into live streams in real time, waiting for the moment when he would step into the spotlight and remind the world why he remains one of the most compelling figures of his generation. But what unfolded that night was not the carefully orchestrated glamour fans were expecting. Instead, it became a story that would ignite debates, inspire millions, and carve itself into K-pop history. As JungkooK approached the venue, poised and confident in his carefully chosen designer outfit, he was stopped, not by a fan, not by paparazzi, but by the event's own security. The reason seemed almost absurd, a detail so small it could have been overlooked: the delicate silver cross necklace hanging faintly against his chest. A piece of jewelry so subtle, it was almost hidden beneath his layers of fabric, suddenly became the center of controversy. Organizers insisted he could not enter wearing it. To them, the cross clashed with the event's policies. To outsiders watching online, the decision was baffling. A cross? In 2025? Why should such a symbol, part of faith, history, art, and culture, be considered inappropriate? The answer was complicated, tied to the intricate intersection of corporate image, religious neutrality, and the politics of high-profile spaces. Fashion has long flirted with religious imagery, yet history shows these symbols are never just decoration. From medieval rulers who displayed crosses as signs of power to modern-day debates over religious expression, such objects carry centuries of meaning. That night, the cross around JungkooK's neck was no longer just jewelry, it became a lightning rod. Fans, already watching the live stream, reacted instantly. Comments flooded social media. How can they stop him over a necklace? This isn't the Middle Ages. JungkooK deserves better. The incident spiraled faster than anyone expected. Journalists scrambled to capture the unfolding drama. The event's PR team fumbled for words. Twitter hashtags began trending globally within minutes. And right in the middle of the storm stood JungkooK, calm and steady. What happened next turned a moment of humiliation into one of legend. JungkooK did not argue. He did not retreat. Nor did he display visible frustration. Instead, with a composure that stunned even those closest to him, he unclasped the necklace, held it in his hand for a quiet beat, and then stepped forward into the venue. It was the look in his eyes that fans would never forget. Sharp, unwavering, and filled with silent resolve, it spoke louder than any outburst could. It was as if he was telling millions watching around the world, "You can take the necklace off me, but you will never take away who I am." In that instant, the cross ceased to be an accessory. It became a symbol of dignity, resilience, and the delicate balance idols must maintain between personal belief and public conformity. Within hours, the clip spread like wildfire. TikTok edits replayed his every gesture. Twitter exploded with hashtags like #TheCrossIncident and #GoldenMagne-Grace. Fan art, think pieces, and emotional posts turned the moment into something much bigger than the gala itself. Some dismissed it as an overblown reaction to a minor inconvenience. But others saw something deeper, a commentary on freedom of expression in the heavily scrutinized world of K-pop. Historians compared it to past entertainment controversies, when artists in other industries faced backlash for expressing personal faith or political stances. Fashion critics noted how the incident exposed the ongoing tension between tradition and modernity. Psychologists even weighed in, praising JungkooK's emotional intelligence in navigating a potentially humiliating situation with quiet strength. And then came Jungkook's own response. On social media, he posted a photo, not of the gala, not of himself in designer clothes, but of the cross lying in his palm. The caption read, "Some things are bigger than the moment, but the moment teaches us how to carry them." The words, cryptic yet profound, resonated instantly. Fans flooded comment sections with interpretations. Some saw it as a reminder of resilience, others as a universal statement about carrying faith and identity with grace even in restrictive spaces. The post spread far beyond the K-pop community, shared by influencers, activists, and even educators who saw in it a lesson about dignity under pressure. Behind the scenes, the fallout continued. Leaked internal emails revealed that event organizers debated whether the rule was worth enforcing. Some admitted they underestimated both the global fanbase's reaction and Jungkook's ability to turn the incident into a powerful narrative. What began as a minor enforcement of policy had spiraled into an international conversation. For fans, however, the incident became deeply personal. Stories poured in of people who had been told to hide parts of their identity, whether faith, culture, or individuality, and how Jungkook's calm defiance gave them courage. The necklace was no longer just his, it became a symbol of solidarity. Weeks later, the debates had not died down. Podcasters dissected the meaning behind his caption. YouTubers analyzed the footage frame by frame. Commentators asked, was removing the necklace a sign of compliance, or was it paradoxically the greater act of defiance? And yet, amid all the noise, one truth stood clear: Jungkook had transformed what could have been an embarrassing rejection into an iconic moment of grace and strength. The larger question lingered: what does this say about K-pop, celebrity culture, and personal expression in today's world? Is it a cautionary tale about the power of rules and image control, or is it proof that authenticity will always find a way to shine through? Perhaps the answer lies in Jungkook himself. The young artist who, time and again, has reminded the world that behind the polished stages and rehearsed perfection lies a human being, resilient, grounded, and unwilling to be reduced by a moment of restriction. As hashtags continued trending, as fan edits turned the incident into a legend, the world realized this was not about a necklace at all. It was about the courage to remain true to oneself in spaces designed to suppress individuality. So, the next time someone speaks about Jungkook's legendary composure, it won't just be about his performances on stage. It will be about the night he taught millions how to carry themselves when confronted with the impossible. And perhaps that is why this moment will not fade, but instead live on as a cultural landmark in the ever-evolving story of K-pop.